Hi, welcome to this series of short videos of dance movement therapy in Finn's Place. Thank you to be with us. In the next 15 minutes, we're going to move in order to be aware about our body, to increase our conscious about our movements, and for try to increase our well-being in these moments. You can copy us, you can do the thing we do, or you can follow your own rhythm. This is the most important thing is you believe your body and you believe your dance. Everybody is different. Please take care of yourself. Be aware about your limits. Be aware about what is the movement that this is better for you. Sometimes we're going to use music or just move without music. And please take the music or my instructions just a pretext to explore your body, to explore your feelings, to explore your thoughts, and move with all of this. It's no bad or good movements. It's just about be aware and comfortable for who you feel and how you move. Try to find your own rhythm and try to move with this. This is the most important. Look after yourself, and thank you to be with us. Hello. Today we're going to start just being conscious about our breathing. How is the body today? How you feel today? You don't have to do nothing apart to be aware about what sensations you have. How is your process, your mental process? How are your thoughts? Or maybe you can identify some emotions. You can close your eyes if it's more comfortable for you. Or you just can see one point in the floor in front of you. And be aware about your breathing, your thoughts, your feelings. It's so interesting when we are just aware how we are. We don't have to modify nothing. Just be here in the present. You maybe can imagine that you are in a trip in a train and you see this landscape with trees, mountains, the sea, but you don't attach to any of these images, just they pass. And the same way, we are trying to be aware about our inner landscape. Be aware about our thoughts, physical sensations, emotions, but we don't attach of any of these things. They just pass. And we back our attention that what is going on, what is happening in your body. Again, you don't have to do nothing apart of be aware. Take this time to contact with your body. We always are in hurry, or sometimes don't keep enough attention to what is happening in our body. Just take these precious instants, minutes to be aware about how are you now. And then we move our attention from our inner experience to that information that's coming around you. Try to identify 4 different sounds. Could you identify 4 different sounds in the place you are now? And then you can open your eyes and identify 3 different things around you. Any objects. It's just be conscious about 3 things that you can see. And then check if you can identify 2 things that you can smell, 2 different smells around you. Maybe a cup of tea or coffee or the cream in your hands. And you smell of your clothes or maybe a candle. And how is the taste of your mouth? Is more sweet? What is the last thing you have in your mouth? What's the taste? Just be aware about all this information, the sounds, the light, the smells, the taste. And be aware also about the temperature in the room and you are now. It is cold or is warm? Just be aware about all this information that coming out from the surrounding. And then we're going to start to move. It's very little and soft movement. We are just looking for a specific position, a posture that feels good, feels correct for you. And when I say correct, I say that this posture responds to your needs. You can change the posture you have just now if you need it. But we are looking. You can move all your body. You can move your legs or your arms. And we are just looking from that center, that balance. You maybe can imagine that old radios that we have to tune in. And we are tuning our bodies. We can move right and left, front and back. Until we find that this is the exactly place that makes us feel good. Sometimes we can find that center easily. Sometimes we can't find at all. That's a matter. Just pretend you find it. It helps. And I want to invite you to prepare your body to start to move more. We're going to start to move our head. And make any movement that feels good for you. Could be sometimes we need adjust with big circles. And sometimes it's just a so subtle movement from the neck. We're going to start to explore how many movements you can do with your head. And we are always looking for movements that makes you feel good. And then we're going to play with hands. We change to our hands. And again, how many movements and different movements we can do. Sometimes our movement of hands are soft and small. Sometimes the movement of hands could be big and strong and open. And we invite our arms to move and explore. Explore the qualities. Everyone have a specific pattern of movement, and we used to move in the same pattern every time. We are looking for what is your pattern? You are a person that makes big movements, or you are a person that makes small ones? You used to move fast, or just used to move slow? Just try to recognize how it is. How is your pattern? Just this is enough. Just recognize how is your pattern of movement. And then we're going to try to incorporate most parts of our body, to invite to our legs and back to move too. So take your time and find your where to stand up. And everyone have their own way and rhythm. And again, just be aware how is your movements. There are big movements or small movements, strong or heavy or light. How it is. And we start to move our legs and invite our legs to move. How many movements you can do with your legs? And we invite our pelvis too. And we can discover how many movements we can do with our pelvis involved. And we invite our chest and shoulders. And then, if you can identify what is your pattern of movement, I want to invite you to do something different, just a little. And the idea is just go a little out of your comfort zone. If you normally move with small movements, just try to make a big ones. And if you normally are soft movements, just try a strong ones. Just play a little with you. Challenge you just a little, just for pleasure, and see how is you dance different. Using all your body. If you normally don't use or move or be conscious about your knees, maybe you can use your knees. Or if you normally don't use your back, you can move from your back. And find a way To close your experience today, find a movement that helps you to integrate experience of this Hui dance. Try to identify if there are some movements that you need to do before finish. Sometimes we need shake or stretch. What feels correct for you? What feels right? And again, we look for tuning our movement. You can do these movements right and left and back and front to find the balance, the center. That exactly place that feels, this is here, this is okay. I can be here for a long, long time. It feels good. And every time is different. Every time is different. Thank you, and see you next time.